I juice with it away from me, and I juice like this. So the motor's back here, and as you can see now, where I'm standing, there's almost no electromagnetic field. And here, a lot. Back here on me, almost none. So that's where I want to be. And this is a Green Star juicer, the Green Star Gold. It's called a Green Power Gold, but it's all from the same line, the same mechanism, the 2-gear. The newest, the Green Star Elite, is better than any of these. That's the one I recommend you get. Now this pulp is getting about probably 95 degrees. And that's just about as hot as I want it to get. Since I have an empty jar here, you can see now this is almost through, and it's gone from this bowl to this bowl as far as consistency and amount of pulp. So we'll put this under here. Okay, now this is pretty dry. Here, very dry. I could probably put it through one more time, but it's getting a little warm. I'd have to let this cool down to do that. And I can do that while I'm putting this in jars. Now we have almost 4 cups here. So we almost have a quart out of 3 coconuts. That's exactly what I was expecting when your room is warm and the coconut pulp is warm enough. If the pulp is cold, even though the room is hot, it still will not juice properly. You can see here, 4 cups is here. So we almost have 4 cups of coconut cream. Now there's some ways you can preserve it. You could put a little lime juice in it. Lime juice is a bacterial inhibitor. Lemon juice is a bacterial encourager. That's why it's good to marinate foods with lemon and preserve them with lime. However, I don't really like inhibiting bacterial growth in anything because 99% of digestion, or at least 90% of digestion, is bacterial, and only about 10% or less is enzymatic and digestive juices. The digestive juices break down larger clumps of food into a liquid form or a smaller pulp form so that the bacteria can infiltrate the food and eat it. Now, the excrement and the secretions from the bacteria is our food. That's how it works. So we want bacteria. The medical profession has it all wrong. They're entirely motivated by the pharmaceutical industry, and the pharmaceutical industry's entire intent is to make money. So if you're not taking medication, if you're well, you're not taking medication, they don't profit. So all of their therapies, their medications are all geared not to get you well, but to continue on medication. Just like cigarette addiction, coffee addiction, they want you drug addicted. So bacteria is your main focus in life. Bacteria, you have 1 human gene to every 150 bacterial genes in your digestive tract. 150 times what your human digestive system has of its own juice. So it's important. Bacteria is all important. The pharmaceutical industry, the medical profession has it backward. They want you sick. We need bacteria. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to jar this so it preserves longer. You can see there's some air bubbles in there. You can just shake it as you pour it, and that'll move the air bubbles out of there. And put it almost to the top. when you're doing vegetable juice, you do want to put it all the way to the top. Now this won't make quite, because these are actually 9 ounces rather than 8 ounces. So we're going to be just short of 4 full cups, because like I said, this is more than 8 ounces each one. Okay, so here we've got 3 ounces of, we've got 9 ounces in each of these, and this one will probably fill, you know, a little bit more than halfway. Okay, now what we can do is we can juice some more. We'll take this, put this here, and then we'll put a lid on these and push this down, less air. Preserve a little longer. Again, push down as you're tightening it. Less air. These are 2-piece lids. And there we go. So we have them jarred and ready for the refrigerator. Now as these get cold, they will become hardened. So you have to scoop it out. It becomes very hard, just like cold butter does. Now we'll just put the lid on here lightly until we juice some more. So what we'll do is run this pulp through one more time, as we were going to do. And the tightness, because it's coming through very freely and easily, so I want to dry it even more. I want to make sure it's pressed tighter so I get more cream out of it. And everything is cooled. This is cooled, everything is cooled. So it's not going to cook anything. It's not going to get it beyond 100 degrees or 98 degrees. I don't like coconut cream to get over 100 degrees. And when you're doing this one day, you know, every 5 to 6 weeks, take your time and get as much as you can out of it. As you see me doing here. If I can get another ½ a cup out of here, that's a whole day, because that's what I eat. It's anywhere from 4 to 6 tablespoons a day. I don't recommend everybody have that much, because that's a lot of detoxification. Some people I only recommend maybe 4 tablespoons daily of coconut cream, but it's one of the most cleansing of all of the fats that we have. And it's not oil, it's only about 7–8% oil. And oils cause unruly detoxification. So this has the normal 7–8% oil. The rest is water-soluble fats. Most people don't know that there are water-soluble fats. But most fats in nature are water-soluble. It's getting warm again, but not hot. So let's see what we've got just from this one more pass through. Put this under there so it doesn't drip all over the table. Okay. Now out of that, we passed about 2/3 of it through, and we got about 2